This little tent city is so cool. So cool.
Oh, that's cool. Singapore?
Colorado?
9,000 miles away. Let's do it. Colorado?
Dun dun dun! That is so cool. There's one reason that's there. We all know that's because of me. So full of it. This is awesome. Loving it. I'm officially hot. I need to go stop melting someplace. Okay, so I am finally relaxed. I'm at Javelina headquarters, waiting to get up at 4:30 tomorrow morning and get ready for the race. I've really got to meet a lot of wonderful people today. So far, it's only 3:30, and I went to the expo. So I got the pack up pickup. Got my bib. Bib! AK Trail Runner. Spent the afternoon after bib pickup, came back here, sorted out my gear, got my drop bags all set up. I keep adding stuff as I go. It's like, oh yeah, I need that. Oh, backup batteries for the headlamp. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need those. Little things like that. Like when nighttime comes, I'm gonna be soaked from running all day long. It's gonna get cold when night hits. Now you don't want to be running through the night in all these cold clothes. You need some clothes to swap out of. So I got fresh shorts and shirt waiting for me in my drop bag. So around 6, 7 o'clock, when I'm going on lap 3 or 4 or whatever, lap 7 o'clock, hopefully I'm going on lap 3. I'm praying to God I'm on lap 3. I'll be able to change out into some dry clothes, fresh socks, and maybe even change my shoes. I never change my shoes. I'm going to give myself the option to change my shoes, but every time I do it, I never ever change my shoes. So it's nice having the option there. My mind is going crazy right now. I was fine while I was sorting my gear, while I was getting my nutrition together. And I've taken every precaution that I can imagine. Hopefully it all works out for the best. And it's going to be fun. I have a very positive outlook about tomorrow. It's just that I've never ran 100 miles before. I see races and videos of people doing 100 miles. And I've seen what normal people look like doing 100 miles, and they're pretty worn out and and worked over by the end of those 100 miles. And you watch the elites run it, and they finish, and they're pretty blasted too. And it's like, well, if this is what happens to those people, what's going to happen to me when I'm running this 100 miles? And that unknown kind of frightens me. Usually, I welcome the unknown. Usually, it's what I seek, because there's a fear there. There's something romantic about the unknown. And a part of that unknown is about yourself, about what you're capable of, about how you are going to act. It's so romantic, and it scares the hell out of me. But at the same time, I welcome it, and I'm excited to experience it. It's gonna be a ride. I'll talk to you about it tomorrow sometime.
30 seconds, here we go! Are you ready? To Javelina! We're gonna count it down, help me out, here we go!
Miles into the race. I'm running fast. Shouldn't be. Trying to keep it over a 10 minute mile pace. That's where I'm at. I'd rather be running 11s right now, but I'm sure I'll calm down. Still running fast. Bordering on a 10-minute pace. You really need to run about 30 seconds slower. Just chill out. It's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a beautiful, long day. That sunrise is gonna make it all that much more amazing. Ryan! What's up? Woo-hoo! Trying to slow myself down. It is still a beautiful morning. Almost 4 miles in. Super early. Enjoying it, loving it. Keep slowing myself down because I keep speeding up. Just passed through the first aid station and stopped long enough to tie my shoes. Grab a couple of ginger snaps. Head back out. Head on up to Jackass Junction. Party for about 2.5 minutes. Run back down. What a beautiful day. That's right, 4 miles in and I am walking because this is my first 100 mile and I don't want it to be my last. Take it easy. Now that's a sunrise. Miles into loop 1. Running actually a little faster than I thought I would. At almost 3 hours, at 2 hours and 55 minutes. So I'm on track for a 4-hour first lap. It's a little fast. I'm sure I'll give it back in the next 2. It's already hot. It's 9 o'clock in the morning now. I'm so hot. I got ice in my elbows. But I don't feel bad. Legs feel pretty good. Adductors are tight at the start, but the last few miles they've been settling down. Just trying to maintain my pace. Get through these hot laps. Welcome the night in about 8 hours. Feeling good though. Alright, here's the deal. I haven't been videoing or anything because I was worried about the heat destroying the camera battery. But I'm on lap 3. I'm about a third of the way around lap 3. I'm at mile 47 right now. Aches, legs are shit. Just waiting for them to bounce back. Been battling nausea now for 17 miles. Can't keep salt caps down. So I've been trying to drink tailwind, but then it just makes me gag. So I went to the cliff, or the blue energy blocks. They seem to be helping. I'm able to keep them down. My nutrition is really behind. Fortunately, I'm hiking a lot, so I'm not burning as much as if I was running. The last lap was horrible. Lap 2 was like 91 degrees, 92 degrees. Hotter in sections on the course. It's horrible. So here we are. It's around 5 p.m. I'm right on the bubble for a 24-hour. My mentality now is I don't care. I just want to finish. Sub 30 hour, because 30 hours a cutoff. Walking all the uphills right now. I did a trial run back here a little bit ago. Legs trotted along fine at about 11-minute mile, which is made me happy. Because after Jackass Junction, you got 6 miles down to I can't remember the name of the aid station, but it's all downhill. I want to be able to run it, try to gain some time back, give myself a little buffer. But it's beautiful. Wish I wasn't so pissy right now. I'm in that dark place. Really bad. Seen some friends here that I know really made it better. I promise I'll video some more later. Thought it went up. About 9.5 miles from headquarters, and I'll have 2 laps to go. And that's about all I want to talk about right now. Well, my attitude's getting better. I'm on lap 4 now. Getting this close to dropping. I've been sucking on ginger root, eating veggie broth. Did a lot of hiking, but doing a lot of running now. It's been awesome. Feeling better. My legs feel great. You know, compared. I'm at mile 64.5 right now. I found that I love iced down Mountain Dew. Who knew? If I could have a can of it right now, I'd go crazy. 35 to go. 35.5 to go. Aid station, about a mile out. Sit down there for about 15 minutes, eat more veggie broth, suck on more ginger root, drink a whole bunch of Mountain Dew. I believe it's becoming my crack. We shall see. Nutrition, I'm still not eating solids. I've only been eating broth for the last 25 miles. So, really paying attention to that right now. job.
Wasn't gonna do anything. Wasn't gonna film. Race didn't go as I wanted. I ended up dropping out at the end of the 4th lap at mile 81. They're calling it 80, but it was 81. The heat got to me mostly and messed up with my nutrition, and I started having waves of nausea that built up after the first 50K, and once they built up, it just stayed there. I was running good. My goal was 10:30 to 11-minute pace. I did the first 2 laps, first lap and a half, I don't even know. I was right on target. I was doing so good. I was sub 24 hour. I was actually running, by the end of the second loop, I was running about a 20 hour to 21 hour split. Even with the nausea. The legs were fine. They're still fine. They're sore. They hurt. I'm so out of it. I'm so out of it right now. I was running so good. I was having fun. And I couldn't eat food. Anytime I would try to eat food, I would start gagging. And I would like heave a little bit, and everybody knows what that's like. It was causing, I stopped taking my salt tablets, my S caps. Just putting them in my mouth, my gag reflex would engage. If I tried to drink more than a sip of water, my gag reflex would kick in. So I literally take just these micro sips of water. Then when I got to the aid stations, after mile 50, I started drinking veggie broth and sucking on ginger root. And the ginger root was helping, but then by the end of lap 3, I was nauseous. I would get nauseous and think I'm gonna throw up just thinking about ginger root, because I was constantly had it in my mouth. I was drinking iced down Mountain Dew, which, you know, I've never drinking Mountain Dew. I don't like soda. I love soda. Who am I kidding? But I only drink it at work. But otherwise I got the LaCroix. Just out of it. I came into Javelina headquarters at the end of loop 3, pretty worked up. Doing a lot of hiking, and which in a way was good because it was helping my legs stay fresh, but I was hitting that plateau of freshness and just wearing out, and I could feel it starting to come on. My hips, my adductors were starting to just be, there's just nothing there, and but I could still trot along at 11-minute pace, so I was happy. I came in here, sat down, and I was in here for 20 minutes, I think. I don't even know. I know my last stop at Javelina, at Jackass Junction, and I was there half an hour. But I was spending a lot of time at the aid stations, just trying to get my stomach to settle down before I would go off. And it helped. It was prolonged. It was helping me out a lot. When I left, I still felt like crap. I was walking. And then when I turned up to go up this start of the loop, about a half mile down road, I started feeling really good. I was like, I've turned the corner. It's great. The nausea, it was gone. Everything was gone. And the 4-mile run up to Coyote Junction, or whatever the name of that first aid station was. I ran the whole way. Even the climbs, I felt amazing. People were just like, "Holy cow, great pace!" And I was getting, it was awesome. I hit there. I stopped, sucked on some ginger just as a precaution. So I had like maybe 8 ounces of Mountain Dew here, so I was getting sugar, but I wasn't getting much else. And the veggie broth was giving me my salt, but not enough. I was already so far behind my nutrition. I took off from Coyote, whatever it's called, aid station, and we do a lot of walking, a lot of hiking from there to Jackass Junction, which was 5.7 miles up the road, or up the trail. And there's a lot of climbing. Most everybody hike, most of it, in either direction. Rattlesnake Gulch aid station at 4 Mile in the opposite direction. It's the same thing. After that, you're just climbing and climbing for 6 miles. So you do a lot of hiking. You just don't have a choice. And I was speed hiking mostly at 15 to 16 minute mile pace, which I didn't care at this point. I wanted to finish. I didn't care about anything else anymore. I was already outside the window. I was actually on the bubble of 24 hours at a 24:30 pace. And by the time I got to Jackass Junction, everything came back. All the nausea had returned. It just over the 2 miles before I got to Jackass Junction, it just gradually built and built. And when I got there, I was trying everything I could, all fluids. I couldn't get any food in me at all. I think I tried to eat a grilled cheese, and I took like 4 little mini bites out of it. So then I was like, well, I'll try some hot chocolate, because somebody said there was hot chocolate. So I drank some hot chocolate, and the sugar and the sweetness, and it was really wonderful and hot, and I loved it. And then I threw up, and I kept throwing up. I threw up everything that I had consumed, but I felt better. So right after I threw up, I cleaned up, grabbed my gear, and I just went. And I'm like, I feel good. Let's take advantage of this. Maybe we can finish this race. And you hike for the first mile or two out of Jackass Junction, and then it's all downhill. It's just balling all the way back down to Rattlesnake Gulch. And about halfway down to Rattlesnake Gulch, I was dry heaving at this point, and I couldn't keep anything down. Water, nothing. I literally hit Rattlesnake Gulch and just went. I took 1 sip of Mountain Dew and just left. Just hiking, just walking. I was done. I knew I was quitting. I knew I was going to drop when I got back to Javelina headquarters. Came to the conclusion that there's no way I would be able to handle, because I was going to do a double sunrise, and there was no way I was going to be able to handle all that heat with the condition I was in, with the lack of nutrition, the lack of fluids. Checked my urine. I wasn't dehydrated. It was yellow, but it was a clean yellow, so I wasn't dehydrated, which was crazy considering I hadn't drank anything. I had stopped sweating, so that was another warning sign for me. It was probably 65 degrees out, beautiful weather, gorgeous. Versus the daytime where I think I reached 91 or 92 degrees for the middle part of the run, which was horrible. Did a lot of hiking. Tried to run as little as possible. It didn't help. It didn't help at all. That sun gets into you and you're done. I had ice. In fact, I still can't feel. I think I have nerve damage. Can't feel my forearms underneath, because I spent the whole time with ice in my arm sleeves, just packed full. I had ice in my buff and my neck. I had my hydration bladder was just filled with ice, and I wore it back to keep all that ice against my back. And then as it melted, I would squirt the cold water on my legs. It was amazing. It felt so good. Had this ice cold ice bath whenever I wanted it. It was magnificent, and it really helped. It really helped me get through that 5 hours of just, or 6. It was actually 6.5 hours because it was a loop and a half of the high heat, and it was crazy. Not in this spirit, but I knew I was done. I was practically crying with disappointment in myself. I could probably start crying right now if I wanted to. I was just that close. That close. One lap. That's all I had was 19 miles. Gotta come back and do it again. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do it. But I've always lived by the philosophy of safety first, health first. Nothing is worth your health. Gotta take care of yourself, because it's okay to quit in racing, because you can always come back and do it again. So, sorry for the long video. I know there's a lot of negative stuff in there occasionally. I know there's one period. Sorry. Anyway. I gotta get my gear sorted out and packed up and ready to go, and find out if my drop bag turns up. It's missing right now. Hopefully it pops up.